I'm Ben Stockwell. I'm joined by Luke Marsanskis from the Maine cross country program, who recently qualified for the NCAA cross country championships. Luke, thanks for joining me today. Congratulations on officially qualifying at the regionals this past weekend.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
What was your mindset going into regionals, and then how do you feel you executed, your race strategy that you had going into that race?
I think the biggest goal was to get to nationals, obviously, and I just wanted to like stay in the front of the race for as long as possible, put myself like right in there. And the race course in New Hampshire was honestly, I wasn't a big fan of it. There were lots of sharp turns and the footing wasn't super even. And I was pretty bad at taking the turns. So I tried to put myself like in the lead sort of. And then we'd go through like a series of sharp turns and I'd find myself in like 20th place just because there were so many like guys there. So it was yeah, it was pretty challenging. And then at one point there was a big move made and I didn't exactly I fell behind and then I sort of had to make my way up. And I remember, the final like mile of the course or so, I was in maybe like ninth place or something like that. So everyone was like sort of showing these different things at me, and I just tried to finish as fast as possible, and ended up just squeaking in there. So yeah.
Luke, a few weeks ago, you claimed your first America East cross country title. You just qualified for nationals. How have you taken your running to the next level here in this past fall?
I think since last cross country season, the year before, I've been steadily improving through through indoor track. I won my first like America East like title of any kind in indoor, and then in outdoor, I won another. And throughout these seasons, I've been progressively getting better. I was injured before that last cross country season, and so I came back, and I think coming back from that injury also helped me just like have a different mindset towards running. I realized like what I'd been missing, and I realized like how much I wanted to like be good at running, and so I feel like I'm almost more competitive than I was before the injury. So I think that's really helped, and yeah, just like more dedication to the sport as well. Yeah.
For you, is there a different mindset when you're racing in 8K race as you do for the majority of the season, as opposed to the 10K regionals and the 10K championship?
I don't think so, really. I try not to think about it, even though definitely like at regionals, it was a 5 lap course. So after 4 laps, it was 8K. And I remember coming around for that fourth lap and just feeling like, oh my God, like this is long. But I think I, I train a lot. I do a lot of mileage, and I just tell myself that I think I'll do better at the 5K or the 10K than the 8K compared to, other people, and that gives me confidence. So
For you, what is your mindset now that you've made that championship, which you mentioned as a goal for this year? What is your mindset going into that race against, the top runners in the country?
yeah, I think it's hard to say exactly until race day, but I think I'm gonna, I've never been there before, and I know the start's gonna be really fast. I think I'm just gonna try to go out like pretty hard and try to find people that I think might be a reach to stick with, but that I could stick with. Maybe people I've like raced earlier in the season that beat me by like a small bit, or someone who I just like think might not be like a crazy person to like try to stay with. And yeah, I'm not sure. I don't want to have like a concrete race plan because I know that yeah, it's my first time at nationals, and I think crazy things are gonna happen, and I like I just know that it's gonna feel like crazy like going out at the start of that race. So yeah, to be determined, but hopefully just don't get overwhelmed and try to find people. Yeah.
Well, Luke, I appreciate the time and best of luck on your travels out to Wisconsin and in the championship this weekend.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.